So I have a couple newish people. All right, heels to the front. So I do record this class. It does not record you, it records me. So if something happens and you get kicked off, or you're not able to attend the class and you still want to do it later on, tap it side side. Just let me know and I will get you the link so that you can do the class later. I just posted on YouTube as unlisted, send you the link and you can watch it. All right, toes back. So just squeezing the shoulder blades, reaching back. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna reach for the heel in front. Little external rotation of those hips. Doesn't matter if you touch the ankle or not. Just flick kick the soccer ball. Jeez. All right, we're gonna dig it so it's turning the hip in. Turn the hip in. So it's not a big one, just a little one with the hip. You can also do a little kick with a little Charlie Chaplin. 4, 3, elbow to knees in front. So nice and tall, we're squeezing the shoulder blades together to keep the chest open, elbows out to the side. So it's our torso that moves. 4, 3, hamstring curls, reach and pull. Again, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Almost focus on going back more than going forwards. 4, 3, just sway, reaching towards the ceiling, waking up the shoulders. 8, 4, 3. All right, forward step and reach. So getting into that precursor to lunges. So it's not quite a full lunge. We're just working on that weight shift. Now we're gonna add the rotation. Forward step with a diagonal reach. 4, 3, 2. All right, backward step, open and close at the shoulders and the chest. Arms are parallel to the floor. Try to keep the back heel off the ground. 3, 2. All right, overhead arm reach. Reaching up and down. Arms are straight, palms facing in. Working on range of motion in the shoulders with good form. 2. All right, side step, right, left. Rolling the shoulders back. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna add a little hop, So we're kind of getting into that side skater. Little hop, doesn't have to be a lot. 4, 3. Now we're gonna go forward and back, so forward and back. Little bit of an agility drill to begin with. 4, 3, 2. All right, little forward hop. Forward and back. Don't worry about keeping up with the beat. We're trying to be very light on our feet. So just a little quick hop. Doesn't have to be very high off the ground. All right, march it out, left, right, left, left. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, going forward and back. Here we go, forward and back. Left, right. 4, 3. So we're working the other side of our brain. All right, let's add the little hop. So little hop, forward and back. Doesn't have to be a big distance. We're just trying to be very light on our feet. We're hopping over something, but we have to be quiet. Okay, music's kind of low today. Doesn't surprise me. Here's 2 and 1. Good, all right, jumping jacks, out and in. I have some albums that are really loud and some that aren't. So give me a minute And I'll turn it up just a little. Good, 4, 3, 2. All right, feet hip width apart. We're gonna squat. Just start with your hip hinges. So we're sitting our backsides back like there's a chair. So touch your backside to the wall. Chest stays up. I should still be able to read a logo on your shirt as we're doing this. So whenever we squat, I should be able to see your t-shirt. Slow it down. Down 2, up 2. 2, up 2. Good. Down and up. 2 more. 1 more. All right, good. Let's go ahead. March it out. Grab a drink of water. I'm going to bump up the music just a little. Hopefully it's a little bit better. We're still doing okay with sound. You can still hear me all right. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I like having music too. I know for some people it's background noise, but I really enjoy it. All right, so what we're gonna do, we have a minute of each exercise. We're gonna start reverse lunge with a lateral raise, standing oblique crunches, jumping jacks, plie to calf raise, wood chops, hopefully with a weight, burpees or a triple extension squat, deadlift to row, lateral oblique crunches. Sounds good? Okay, good. And skaters. So we're just gonna go through all 9 exercises, one after the other, 10-second rest in between so you can transition. And we're gonna see if we can get that a couple times, okay? So reverse lunge to a lateral raise as I'm dropping things today. So grab a weight you feel comfortable doing a lateral raise with. We're gonna do our reverse lunges. And we're gonna begin in 3, 2, and 1. Good. So reverse lunge, lateral raise, down and up. And we're alternating. So reverse lunge, out to the side. Now if you want to make it a little harder, you do the lateral raise at the same time as the reverse lunge. So nice and tall. We've got a minute, so nice and steady. Good form. So shoulders are staying over your hips. We want to make sure that we're not doing those or those. It can be a shallow lunge. You don't have to get the knee to the floor. You just want to stay tall because this is a good way for us to practice getting up and down off of the floor. So drop that back knee towards the floor. Weight is in your front heel. You have 10 more seconds and we're going to do those oblique crunches just like we did in the warm-up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set the weights down. So we're just going to do our oblique crunches. Elbow to knee. Your time is on. I really want you to think, a lot of times when we do this, we bring our elbows in and we're doing elbows. I want you to think about elbows out to the side, and I want you to think about your rib coming towards your other hip. Every time you come up, exhale. Exhale. So this is our ab work, little balance work as well. So nice strong abs. We can build strong abs without having to get down on the floor. Floor is just kind of a bonus, but not mandatory. You have 20 seconds and we're gonna do jumping jacks. And yes, for a minute. So modify if you need to. Go low impact. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, short rest, 10 seconds. We're gonna do our jumping jacks. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Low impact is option 1, yes? I'm gonna stick with low today for the most part. Like I said, I think I still have somebody that's home across the hallway. So try not to be too bouncy and loud. Now you can do low impact and then do a few high impact ones and then go back to low impact. You don't have to stick with the same one the entire time. Plus it's a good way to start getting used to doing more high impact things while still being a little nicer to your joints. You're over halfway. Good, you're getting down to about 15 seconds. And then we're gonna do a plie to a calf raise. You have the option of adding weights. 8 more seconds. Finish nice and strong. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, plie with a calf raise. So toes are out, knees are out, nice and tall. Down, up, lift the heels. Down, up, lift. Now you can smooth it out a little bit. Yes. So when we do a plie, we want to open our toes and our knees out, so we're opening our hips. If your toes are out, but your knees are coming in, turn in the toes. But with these, we also want to make sure we want to try not to go forwards. Yes, our back is against a wall, and we're trying to keep it that way. So shallow is fine. Down, lift. You can even bring it in a little bit, as long as your knees feel okay and they don't feel a lot of pressure. Down and lift. So drop the heels, sink in, come up and lift. If you want to, you can add a little arm movement, unless they're already tired from what we've done. 2, 1, good. Wood chops with a weight. Nice and tall, arms up, hips go back. So time is on. So this isn't a big one, like a big movement. So it's not all the way down like you're trying to get the weight past your heels. We're trying to catch it right in the V, right in the crease. For those of you who have done kettlebell swings with me, it's the same thing. So I'm thinking like I have a ball in my hand and I'm gonna bounce it. I'm not actually gonna do it, but I'm gonna bounce it. So I'm slamming it down. Who here has done the towel workout with me? Remember when we were smacking the towel on the floor? So we're chopping that wood. 15 seconds, and we're gonna do either burpees or a triple extension. So there's a floor option and a non-floor option. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Burpees, you guys know them. Take it down, step or hop back, bring it back up. Triple extension, down, throw the leaves. Your time is on. So option 1, if you don't want to go to the floor, this is cardio. I want you to think kind of quick. We're throwing all the leaves up in the air, trying to let the wind catch them and take them away. So this is low impact. This is non-floor. This is our floor. We step back, we bring it up and come up, or we step and we hop, or you pick the one that feels good to you today. We're just trying to get our heart rates up. And again, with our triple extension, we don't want to do these, right? I want you to sit back into that squat. It could be a big pile. It could be a little pile. We're just throwing up those leaves. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Deadlift to row. Deadlift to row. Grab your weights. Down, row. Bring it back up. Down, row. So feet are hip width apart. So it's now I'm giving you permission to do that little forward fold. Back, row. Notice my knees soften just a little, just like in the warm-up, or just like those wood choppers we just did. So we're working our hamstrings, back of the leg, and our middle back. So weights stay close. We row, we come up. Go at your own pace. You're all good. Good, you're down to about 10 seconds, and we're gonna do some more oblique crunches, but a little different. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, oblique crunches. Back into our plie. We're gonna reach up. So you're gonna do side to side, staying tall. So we don't wanna turn, and we don't wanna just twist. We're tall. Reach for the heel in the back. So we're just bringing ribs closer to hips. I get to about my knee, and that's as far as I go. Now, if you want to make it harder, you sink down deeper into the plie. You do what feels good. Reach. So we're very tall. Our back is still against the wall. We've got an itch, and we're scratching it against the wall. Reach, center. 15 seconds to go. And then we're gonna do skaters. Then we're gonna rest. And then we're gonna do it all over again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So skaters, side step, and we're gonna tap behind. So we're skating our way down the rink. Good, your time is on, you have a minute. So this is one version. You can also do kayaking arms. So it's the same movement with the legs, but we kayak. Now when we do skaters, we don't want to turn because it does weird things for our knees. So what we want to do, keep those hips pointing forwards. So as you cross behind a little bit, you may feel a little stretch in the hip and in the glute. Now if you want to make it a little harder, big leaps. So nice and big. Just like we did in the warm-up, little side hops. Do what works for your legs and your upper body. Less than 20 seconds, and then we're gonna rest. And then we're gonna do it all again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, walk around. Good job. Grab a drink. Keep those feet moving. So our goal is to get our heart rate and breathing down a little bit because we're going to give our body a little time to replenish our energy stores, our ATP in our cells. And that way we can keep going and do just as good of a job the second time through as we did the first. So we'll go through this one more time. Heart rate and breathing back down, mentally ready, and then we have a few exercises we're going to do on the floor as well. So little side stepping, roll the shoulders, walking around, grabbing that drink. Grabbing weights if you want to change weights or if you want to add some in this time around. So a couple exercises, you're welcome to add some weights. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, grab those weights, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, reverse lunge, lateral raise. Your time is on. So reverse lunge, lateral raise. Step it back, arms out. If you want to make it harder, arms out at the same time as you do the lunge. So we want to feel these in our glutes, in our shoulders, and maybe our core. I don't want you to feel this in your knees. So if you're feeling it in your knees, you may be doing something like this, where you're pushing that knee forwards. You want to drop it back. So your knees should stay about over your shoelaces. If your arms are getting tired, alternate right, left. 20 seconds to go. So your weight should be in the front heel. And when you stand up, you push through that front heel. And that helps activate the muscles on the back of your body. So push through the heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Standing oblique crunches. We're going to do one side at a time this time. So we're going to do one side at a time. Good, your time is on. So I'm just gonna do left shoulder to right, and then I'll tell you halfway and we just switch. But again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, elbows stay out to the side. Even if your hands are in, you wanna keep it nice and open. We wanna use our core. We don't wanna use our elbows, yes? 5 more seconds and we're gonna switch. 3, 2, 1. Other side, just switch. This is also good because I'm using this as balance. I know sometimes this feels easier, but we want to work on that balance. Do our drills. So you can even barely tap it in. So don't worry about trying to do a big step. Tap it, bring it right back up again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Jumping jacks, you've got your 10-second rest. Give those arms a break. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, jumping jacks. So this is a lot of lateral movement. If your arms are getting tired, you can just bring them halfway. Don't have to go overhead. You can also open and close and do claps in front if that feels better. All right, I'm gonna do a few regular jacks. I'm gonna do like 8, 4, 3. Now I'm gonna switch back to low impact. Alternate between the two. It's intervals. Good, you're over halfway. So just try to keep going the full minute. 20 seconds to go. I'm gonna do a few more. 4, 3. Good, 10 more seconds. Almost done. I know my counting down, you're like, what? I'm counting my full jacks. 4, 3, 2. Good, all right, plie to calf raise. I'm gonna grab weights, you don't have to. Down, bring it up, lift. Down, your time is on. Now, if this is starting to bother your hips or bother your knees, you're welcome to do a regular squat with a heel lift with your toes pointing forwards. Going into plies just changes your position a little bit, works some different muscles, helps you stay more upright, also works the outer thighs a little bit and the knees. So do what feels good. So down and lift. You can even kind of skip the squats, do more calf raises, or vice versa. But we want to try to do them both. If you want to make it harder, plie, lift, and then come up. Plie, lift. You have 5 more seconds. Give it a shot. See how it feels. It's kind of tough. 2 and 1. Good. Weighted wood chops. I'm actually going to grab one of the balls because I got it. I want to use it, but I'm not going to bounce it. All right, good. Up and down. So I want you to think you actually have an axe in your hand. You're bringing it up, and you're going to bring it down with some force because you got to split that wood. But again, if you go down too far, what's going to happen? You're going to beam your head against the piece of wood that you're trying to split. So just down and up. So exhale on the way down. So it's like you want to throw that weight on the floor, but you don't, because that could cause problems. You're over halfway. Got about 20 seconds to go. "15 seconds. So just come tall, make sure we're not arching, just to get our arms really high. Come up to about your forehead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Burpees or your triple extension. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. So remember, triple extension down, throw the leaves. We're trying to go just quick. So we're just trying to get our heart rates up. We want to do good squats. We don't want to do these and fling them back behind us. Chest is lifted. We're almost doing a little bit forwards versus up. Up on the tiptoes. Again, burpee is always an option. Take it down, bring it up. You have a minute, so pick what feels best for you today. What's going to get your heart rate up based on how you feel. This is a good song for this workout. This is when we do in cardio kickboxing, yes? I think. 10 more seconds. So doing our triple extension, staying tall, grab the leaves, chuck them in the air. 3, 2, 1, good. Deadlift to row. I'm gonna go a little heavier today. So forward, squeeze, bring it up. Down, squeeze. So tall posture. If you watch my back position, I'm not letting my low back round. I stay tall. And I also want to make sure that when we do our rows, we don't go for our armpits. We don't want to do armpits. We want to squeeze the shoulder blades, work those muscles, middle back. Shoulders stay away from the ears. So we want to stay tall, sitting back like we're touching our backside to the wall behind us. Again, you should be able to wiggle your toes. Your belly button is pulled in, a little tight. So we're very good posture. We've got our corset, what have you on. 2 and 1. Good, we're gonna do our oblique crunches. This time, I'm gonna grab weights. So this is our plie, toes out, tall posture, one side at a time. So we're bending, reaching almost for the heel and back. So I'm actually going a little bit back. I'm staying tall, but I'm reaching behind my leg. Reach. I'm choosing to do one side. The deeper the plie, the more challenging it'll be for your legs. Got about 5 more seconds and we're gonna switch sides. Good, other side, same thing. Down and up. So tall. So the whole reason for holding a squat is so you can't do this, right? You want to stay tall, squeeze the glutes, just the torso moves. 12 seconds. After this, we've got skaters, then we're gonna rest and we're gonna head down to the floor, do some abs, little triceps and a little chest. 2 and 1, good, bring it up, set those weights down. We're gonna do our skaters. So side step, 2 and 1. So this is option 1. We're just skating and we kind of we're reaching. So if you think when we walk, when we run, when we skate, we should be doing opposite arm and leg. Yes? That's how our body kind of likes to move. You can also do your kayak arms, like you're reaching, you're paddling your way down the river. You can add the hop. 30 seconds to go. Then we got a little break. I bet you guys are probably like, yay, break. A little rest period. Good, good. 20 seconds. So just try to keep moving the whole time, even if that means you take it down a notch. But if you feel like you've got a little left over, you've got 10 more seconds to ramp it up just a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, keep it moving. Walk it around. Good. So grab a drink, keep those feet moving. All right, so we're gonna head down to the floor. You can absolutely do this next portion standing up, okay? You can do it standing up if you need to. We're gonna do prone tricep kickbacks, which means that we are going to either be on hands and knees in a bird dog, or in a plank, or even a half kneeling stance, and we're gonna do tricep kickbacks. We're gonna do reverse crunches. So if you're standing, you can do this, or you can sit in a chair, lean back, and bring both knees up at the same time. We're gonna do chest presses or push-ups, and then we're gonna do fire hydrants, which is gonna be the kneeling side leg lift, but this is standing. Make sense? I have a few people that aren't fond of the floor, and I totally understand that. So I just want to make sure I give everybody an option if they don't want to go to the floor. All right, so prone tricep kickbacks. So option one is a half kneeling, tummy and chest are resting on the thigh. Grab your weight, and you're going to do a kickback. All right. Option two is you're going to be in a really good bird dog position. Option three, and this one's harder, is to be either in a knee or a toe plank, okay? So grab your weight, 30 seconds. We're gonna have to do a quick transition, so make sure your weights, you have one on either side, so you can do a quick transition. 3, 2, 1, good. So our tricep kickback, I'm choosing to do bird dog today, but I'm holding a good bird dog. I'm not letting my back round and tuck under, and I'm not letting it arch. I'm finding that happy medium. So go to half kneeling if this bothers your wrists or your hands, or stay standing and do your kickback. You have 7 seconds. We got to do a quick switch. 3, 2, 1. Quick switch, doing to the other side, kicking it back. Then we're gonna have a 10-second rest. We're gonna go onto our backs and we're gonna do our reverse crunches. There's a couple of options. 15 seconds. So neutral spine, no matter what you're doing, shoulders away from the ears, working the back of that arm. If you're really upright, you're gonna get biceps. We wanna get the back side. 3, 2, 1, good. We're gonna flip over, reverse crunches. So, low back is going to be in contact with the floor. Option one is to do a little crunch and the knee comes up. So you want to think the lower body tilts. Option two, both of them can come up and then you tap. So your time is on. Do what works best. You can even just do a pelvic tuck and then release. So just do a little tuck and release. So you want to think about tilting your pelvis forwards. So we want to try not to lift. It's not a glute bridge. It's just a little pelvic tuck. So you can do your tuck and bring one leg up and then the other. Or you can do both and make it really small. It doesn't have to be a big movement. Just bring that back of your pelvis off the floor just a little. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab weights for chest presses or flip over for push-ups. You decide. Good. Your time is on. So, whatever position you're in, shoulders are away from the ears, neutral spine and pelvis position. So that just means don't let your back become a hill, but don't let it become a valley either. Just find that nice neutral position. And you're going to either push the weights towards the ceiling or you're going to push your body away from the floor, depending if you're doing a chest press or a push-up. If you're standing, wall push-ups, table push-ups, chair push-ups work great. So just squeezing, pushing up, and then back down again. 10 more seconds, and we're gonna flip over for fire hydrants. Good, we're gonna come onto hands and knees for fire hydrants. If you don't wanna be on hands and knees, you're gonna lay on your side like this and do a leg lift. Otherwise, hands and knees, we're gonna be naughty puppies, and we're just gonna lift our leg, and we're going to be on the fire hydrant. So fire hydrant. Now with these, you want to get a good range of motion, but you don't want to let your entire back rotate, your hips rotate. You want to hold a nice, good bird dog position. 5 more seconds and we're going to switch sides. So if you're on your side, you're going to have to do a quick transition. Let's switch, other side. So if you were doing a side leg lift, lying on your side, you just do your banana roll. And we're going to go through these one more time, I think. We should be able to, no problem. 15 seconds. So I bend my knee, I pull my toe up towards my knee or point it towards the floor. So it's just my hip doing the work. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to flip over. We're going to go through those again. Or actually, no, don't flip over. Stay up. My goodness. Prone triceps. Prone triceps. Good. Your time is on. So kicking back. So again, I'm doing my bird dog. I'm still holding a good neutral spine. My elbow and my upper arm are in line with my torso. And I'm reaching my hand back towards my heels or towards my hips. 8 more seconds and we're going to switch sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Transition. Going to the other side. So make sure shoulder is over our wrist, whether we're in a bird dog or in a plank. We want to make sure we're not hunkered over with our hand way out in front. So we're getting some abs in here as well as our triceps. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Flipping it over. Reverse crunches. Now, if you need to, you can always take it back and do these as well. Good. Your time is on. So this is an option. Some of you can also do the lawn chairs, but I find being on my back is a little bit easier. Hands by my hips, and I just do a little tuck. Doesn't have to be huge. We want to keep it controlled. So we don't want to come up and then just let our back and our hips flop onto the floor. That's how we get hurt. So we control it. We exhale as we tuck our pelvis and bring the knees towards our chest. And our hands can help, but we don't want them to do all of the work. Your low back stays in contact with the floor as much as possible. 10 more seconds. We're going to grab weights and do chest presses, or we're going to flip over and do our push-ups. Good. Grab weights or flip over to do the push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Good. Nice, good chest press. Now, whichever one you're doing, especially if you're doing push-ups or you've got a heavier weight, don't be afraid to do a few and then rest. So we want to make sure that our form is good, and that may mean alternating arms doing the chest press. So you can always do 8 or 10 chest presses or 8 or 10 push-ups and then rest and then join back in. So you want to do these with good form. Decreases the chance that I get the message tomorrow that you're sore and you can't do chest presses. So just find what works. 15 seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Fire hydrants. And remember, if you don't want to be on hands and knees, you can always do a good side leg lift. So your time is on. So good position, just leg going out and in. So just lift it out to the side and then bring it right back in. So imagine you've got a water glass on your back. So if you tilt your hips too much, you're going to drop that water glass. So nice and neutral. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. lift and lower. This is our last exercise, and we're gonna do a quick stretch. So upper body is stationary. Got that water glass. 15 seconds to go. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. Point the toes. We're going to sit back towards our heels. Drop forwards. I'm keeping my head in a neutral position versus dropping it to the floor, just because my heart rate and breathing are still a little elevated. Just doing a nice, good stretch. Good, let's bring it up, back to hands and knees. We're gonna take our knees wide, and we're gonna point our toes. We're gonna inhale, and we're gonna arch our back. Then we're going to exhale, pull the belly button up to the spine, push the floor away, tuck the hips under, and then we're going to push our hips back towards our heels. Doesn't matter if it touches, just to feel a stretch from the shoulders all the way down to the hips. Good, let's come back to hands and knees. And again, we're gonna inhale, arch the back, lift the chest. Exhale, round this back, round the spine, all the way down to the hips and push back. Hold it here for one good breath. Good, we're gonna bring it up. We're gonna come to half kneeling. If you need to come to standing, you can. Nice and tall. We're gonna take that front foot so our ankle is under our knee, tuck our pelvis, and we're gonna do a gentle push forwards, and then add a lateral bend. If you are standing, you're welcome to come to a good hip tuck, and again, side bend. Good, we're gonna switch. So other foot is in front. Again, ankle under the knee to start. Tuck the pelvis, a little forward movement, and a side bend. So we're getting our hip, maybe our quad, and a little bit of oblique. Three, two, one. Good. Bring it up. We're going to carefully come up to standing. All right, challenge. If you feel up to it, either feet super close together or balance beam stance, nice and tall. Give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Good. We're going to switch. Other foot in front, or keep them squeezed together. Narrow base of support. Good. Bring it center. Belly's in. Ribs are tucked. We're going to stretch, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open the chest. Good. Relax. Bring the arms down. Right ear to right shoulder. Opposite arm reaches for the floor, and we open and close our fingers. Good. And switch. Ear to shoulder. Opposite arm reaches to the floor. Open and close your fingers. Good. Bring it up. Big breath in. And out. Good. One more time. All right. You guys are all done. Woohoo!